if you're one of those people that enjoyed watching Omoni Oboli's Love in Every Word, then I think you'd most likely enjoy this particular movie. This movie has the whole Odogu Parana vibes with a little bit of premium tears. Hi good life family, what's good and welcome back to the YouTube channel. Welcome to a new video and a new movie review. Today I'm going to be reviewing the movie Illusions of Us, currently showing on UCHENNA MBUNABO TV here on YouTube. If you have seen the movie, do also share your own thoughts about the movie in the comment section, and then if you haven't, probably go check it out. I mean, I recommend you go check it out because it's a good one, right? This movie stars notable faces like Saga, Adeolu and Rosman as the main characters in the film, as well as other actors like Inem, Audrey, Blessing Okwe, and just some others, right? This movie has to be one of the movies that I have actually genuinely enjoyed watching in a long time on this YouTube space. I particularly find this movie very interesting because it is very relatable. It's a very relatable movie and it's actually quite realistic, right? If you've seen the movie, you basically know what I'm talking about. Then if you haven't, I suggest you go watch it. If you enjoyed watching Love in Every Word, this particular movie has a similar storyline with Love in Every Word, except the Odogu in this movie is not a rich business Igbo man from Anambra State. He's a regular young man, but it's the same storyline. This movie follows the story of the main character in this film, and her name is Nimi. And the role of Nimi is played by Rosman. Nimi is a young woman that's approaching age 30, and she basically does not like her life because she feels like her life is just so boring. She has not achieved anything. She's 30 years old. I mean, like, she's 29, going on 30 in a few days. And a lot of things are not making sense in her life at the moment. She works as a sales manager in a perfume store in Lagos, and aside from the fact that she has issues with the current situation of her life and she does not love her life, her mother is somewhere in the corner in worry. This movie is so funny. Her mother is there in one corner constantly serving her hot pepper and fire for breakfast, lunch and dinner. Her mother is basically a pain in her ass because if she's not calling her to ask her for money, she's calling her to disturb her to get married, and one silly thing or the other that just does not make sense given her current situation. The mother even went as far as calling her to come back to Warrior and come and get married because since there's no husband in Lagos, since she has not been able to bring a husband back for them, she should come back home so that they will find husband for her in Warrior. I mean, somebody is going through stuff, and then this is rubbish that her mother is doing. Along the line now, in her boring life that is giving her headache in this particular movie, a particular day came when there is, okay, let me just say, in the store they work in, their boss usually hosts an annual function for her husband where, according to them in the movie, all of the, the hot guns, the hot shots in Lagos, the creme de la creme of Lagos and the rest are always in attendance. So it's like a good opportunity to network and all of that. And in this movie, they even talked about a friend of theirs that got a very good, high-paying job from attending the event. She was able to network and get linked up with one person or the other, and then she got a fantastic job. So this particular event, right, their boss usually hands out invites to them, but then it's just only one of the servers allowed to go. So her friend comes with the invite and lets her know that, oh, the invitation for madam's husband's annual gala is out, yada yada yada, and her friend is supposed to go. That's Nimi's friend is supposed to go for the gala. Then one thing leads to the other in the movie, and Nimi's friend is no longer able to go, so Nimi is now the one that ends up going for the gala. She got ready and all of the good stuff, and along the line going for the gala, she happened to enter into some trouble with the boat guy that was supposed to be carrying her to the event, right? And then she started running her mouth and she started causing problem there. The guy wanted to beat her. In fact, the guy already started beating her. Then her knight in shiny armor appeared. His name in this movie is Duncan, and the role of Duncan is played by Saga Adeolu. That is Big Brother Saga that we all know on this YouTube Nollywood space. He now swings into action and he comes and he saves her and he takes her away, where he now helps her to treat her wound, attend to her, and all of that. The rest of the story from that point is basically butterflies in the belly, princess treatment and all the good stuff, because this guy is spoiling my girl silly, taking her out on expensive dates, taking her out on trips to Ghana, buying her a car, buying her a house, and all of the good stuff, basically upgrading her boring life. Her life is no longer boring again. This guy comes and then he's not giving her princess treatment and she's very happy. She loves it and she loves the guy. right? Because the guy gives her, this guy is steadily busting my girl's brain. He's giving her butterflies in her belly You know that kind of vibe. I'm happy for them because they actually look so good together, and she's genuinely in love with this guy. Until this particular Odogu in this movie is not the type that will not drop the other shoe. He dropped the other shoe in this movie, and it led to premium tears. One day, when they traveled out of the country and they went to Ghana, so her friend was basically staying in her house, staying in the apartment that staying in the house that Duncan got her in Lagos on the island, and basically just taking care of the house because there's nobody there, and the house is like a very fine place. So who knows, if you have a friend that has that kind of apartment, you want to stay there now. All of a sudden, a strange woman comes into the house when Nimi's friend is staying at home to watch over their apartment, and the woman is strange. Actually, she's actually very strange. She comes and she says her name is Sapphire. She comes into the house and then she says she's an interior decorator, so she likes to go around different houses just to get some kind of inspiration for her work. So she comes to their house and she meets Nimi's friend, because Nimi and Duncan are not around, obviously, so she only meets Nimi's friend. And then she's like, she wants to take a tour of the house. Nimi's friend is like, no, you cannot take a tour of the house because the owner of the house is not around. And it's like, so it's a woman that owns this place. She wanted to even give Nimi's friend her card, you know, which, well, fortunately and unfortunately, the card was not with her, so she had to leave. She left. Nimi eventually comes back, and her friend tells her about the strange woman that came, and then they just didn't pay much attention to it because, I mean, people are crazy. So there's nothing special about that, right? This same strange woman comes to their perfume store again, and she wants to buy perfumes this time around. And then she's like, she wants Nimi to serve, she wants Nimi to serve her. She wants Nimi to be the one to attend to her. She now asks Nimi's friend, like, is she the one that owns the house? And then she's like, yes. And then she's not like, she wants her to be the one to serve her. A lot of drama happens, from the woman accusing them of stealing her bracelet to a lot of things. But long story cut short, the woman was tired of playing games with them and, you know, like going back and forth. She finally decides to just come clean and tell them exactly the reason why she was there. She walks up to the store again and confronts Nimi and tells Nimi that she is Duncan's wife. Funny enough, I was already expecting. See, me, I knew that Duncan was too good to be true in this particular movie. Reasons being that, number one, he had some issues in this movie that was quite obvious, but I just feel like Nimi was hell-bent on trying to be oblivious to the fact that this guy is not 100%, because reasons being that, number one, he always has reasons to travel to Abuja. He comes to Lagos to just chill with her for like small time, but then most of the time he's in Abuja. He travels to Abuja, and according to her, she believes he goes there to work, right? But he has never invited her to Abuja before, and like his whole decision to be traveling to Abuja was quite fishy. Her friend even asked her, is he married? She's like, no, he's not married. He cannot be married. I cannot be a side chick, something like that. But like, I never saw her asking him if he was actually married, to be quite honest. So she didn't ask him anything about being married, or ask him anything about his relationship status. And you know, this kind of me, I feel like, is this kind of, this guy is so good to be true, you really like him, so you don't want anything to spoil like you guys' relationship. Like, I know deep down somewhere in her heart she might have had her doubts, but she was basically just enjoying the moment, and she didn't want anything to spoil it, because if she actually wanted to be true to herself, there is no way she wouldn't have found out that this guy had cockroaches in his cupboard, because he wasn't even hiding it. There was even a time she even pointed out like wanting to travel with him to Abuja and abandon her job and all of that, and he was behaving somehow. If she wanted to know, she would have actually found out. But me, I just feel like she deliberately did not want to know, because she didn't want anything to spoil this her small heaven that she was having because of this man. Because this man basically came and changed my girl's life. He was giving her butterflies in the belly and all of the other good stuff. So I just feel like deep down, she had her doubts. But somewhere inside of her, she didn't want anything to spoil their relationship. Does that make sense? So when Sapphire comes and then she breaks the news to them that she is Duncan's wife and they live together and all the other things, Nimi is heartbroken. She spends most of her days after that particular point crying her eyes out and all of that. Eventually, Duncan comes. He tries to explain himself. At the end of the day, he doesn't really have any meaningful explanation to give, because what other explanation do you want to give? You have a woman that you're in a relationship with and you guys stay together, and then you're here deceiving this young, beautiful woman. And you see that she obviously loves you. His only explanation is, you're so easy to fall in love with. I just met you that particular day. I just wanted to help you. I did not intend for this whole thing to, you know, like, escalate beyond this. I just wanted to help you because I liked you. I am usually not the person to hope or to look forward to happily ever afters for people in movies, because in real life not everybody gets a happily ever after, and it's okay, right? But in this particular movie, I was genuinely rooting for Nimi to get happily ever after. Like, I just wanted them to sort out this whole issue with Duncan and the rest, like one way or the other, so that she end up with the guy. Because me, I don't know, for some reason, personally, I resonated so well with the kind of like emotions and the feelings that she had towards this particular guy, and coupled with the fact that the whole thing between the both of them was acted out so perfectly well. Like, it was so easy for you as a viewer to just flow with their emotions and to flow with the love that was going on between the both of them. I love seeing them together. They looked so good together. They did so well together. Like, you would actually start to feel like they're a real couple. I don't know how to explain it, but then they just look so good together. I personally want them to have a happily ever after, because why not, right? It was so heartbreaking and it was so very embarrassing, because she had even gone as far as telling her mom and her aunts like back home that she has found the man and the man has money and the rest, like all those kinds of things. I mean, like, anybody would be embarrassed, right? So she was just really heartbroken. Not with the fact that she really liked this guy, because the guy just basically came and he brought so much light and, you know, good energy into her life. You know, this kind of love that makes you feel like, am I dreaming? Am I not dreaming? Let me better wake up. Because it was just too good to be true, and it eventually turned out to be what she thought was too good to be true. Anyway, go and watch the movie and find out the remaining things that happened. Now let's proceed to talk about the individual performances of the actors in this film. First of all, I want to start with Nimi, and like I said before, Nimi's character was played by Rosman. Do you know that I literally have never watched a movie like that Shine Rosman stars in? Like, I've literally never watched any of her movies. I have always known that she's an actress, right? But like, I have never seen her in a movie. This is my first time I've seen her in a movie, and to be very honest with you, prior to now, I always used to feel for some reason that she would not be a good actress. I don't know why. But this girl literally blew my, like, I literally fell in love with Shine Rosman as a result of this movie. The girl is such a fantastic actress based on this movie, right? I haven't seen any of her other movies, so I can't really say how well she would do outside of this movie. But in this movie, she did so well. You know, when a person is acting in a movie and they just basically let themselves go and allow themselves to flow into the character that they are portraying, that is just basically, in simple terms, the way I would describe Shine Rosman's performance in this particular movie. I think she did such a commendable job. I could go on and on and on talking about how fantastic she was in this particular movie, so I'm just going to keep it short and simple. She did so fantastically, commendably well. She was so fluid in her portrayal of her character. The way she blended easily into the movie and into the character Nimi is really commendable. I don't think anybody would have done it better. Next, I want to talk about Audrey Harrison. Audrey Harrison has a thing for playing supporting roles in movies, and I think she just basically does so well on the side as somebody's friend or somebody's bestie in a movie, because she is the one that played the role of Nimi's friend in this particular movie, and I will tell you for a fact that she did so well. The platonic chemistry between Audrey Harrison and Shine Rosman in this movie is to die for. Like, their conversations were so genuine, their expressions, like the emotions between the both of them, the conversations they had, from the laughs to the tears to the everything, was just so genuine, so relatable. It looked so real. You could hardly tell from seeing it that this is a movie. These are the kind of movies that I live for. Movies that have like a touch of reality and originality to them, because there's like a lot of shallow level movies here on the YouTube space. This particular movie, the reason why I like it is not about the story, right? It's more about the performance of the actors, because the story is actually quite cliche. We have seen a couple of movies that have this particular storyline or something similar, but what drew me into this movie, or what reeled me into loving this movie, was actually the chemistry between the actors, the ensemble chemistry between the actors, the way all of the actors were so, you know, fluid in their acting, the way they flowed easily into each other, the kind of emotional connection, the overall flow of energy in this movie between the actors. I personally fell in love with this movie because of the performance of the actors. It's not about the story, because the story, we have so many stories like this on the space of YouTube, of like Nollywood movies in general, so it's not just about the story. Now let us talk about Saga, Saga Adeolu, aka Saga. And then if you don't know who that is, or you cannot remember that is, that is Saga from Big Brother Nigeria. Do you know that there's something about Saga's acting? I'm not going to say he's the best actor in the world, because definitely he is not. He still has a lot to learn and he's still growing, but then I feel like he is doing so well right now in the space that he's in. One thing about Saga is that he's a very emotional person, and you can see it in his acting. Saga is so emotional in his acting, and I just feel like he flows easily into roles of being a lover like this, easily. He's either like, if I can't see Saga playing the role of like anybody outside of a lover boy, like a genuine lover boy. You know, there are lover boys that are playboys that can be like playboy that can easily be like playboys, like Timmy Everything can easily play like nail the role of a lover boy that's a playboy. But Saga is more like a lover boy that is genuinely in love all the time. I have seen him play roles as a person's husband, and I've seen him play roles as a boyfriend before, and I just feel like Saga does so well whenever he's playing any role where he's genuinely in love with a person, because he's so emotional. Even in his like overall portrayal of character, you can see the emotions on his face. It's like he's feeling, like, how do I put it, it's like the things that he's doing in the movie, he's feeling it in his heart, from the way he's talking, his facial expressions, the look in his eyes, the way he's looking at Rosman in this movie. It just makes everything feel so real, and I feel like it's really commendable. And I just feel like they did a good job casting Saga for this particular role, because I don't think anybody would have done it better, right? I'm thinking of all of the actors that I know do so well in playing lover boy roles, and I don't think anybody would have known this role better than Saga. There is just a way he lives the character that he's portraying, the way he looks at Nini in this movie, the way he speaks to her. I honestly wanted this movie to go on a little bit longer, just because of the chemistry between Saga and Rosman. Like, it is to die for. If you haven't seen this movie, I promise you go see it. You're going to love this movie, not just because of the story, but because of the way they acted it, because of the way the actors portrayed their roles in this movie. It was so real. Everything just seemed so original, so natural. It didn't give the vibe of people that were acting in a movie. It was more like it was something that was happening in real life. And that's where I love my movies to be. I love movies that look real. I love movies that are like very relatable. And this movie is just really relatable. It's so real. The way all of the actors play their roles effortlessly and nailed it effortlessly, it just made the movie to look like something that was like a real life drama that was unfolding before our eyes. And then let's talk about Inem King. Inem King in this movie plays the role of Sapphire Fire. And she is the strange woman that claims to be married to Duncan in this movie. And I love how she played her role. In as much as she didn't need to do too much in this movie, because the role that she had to play was just a little bit. She wasn't on the screen for like a long time. She just came in towards the end part of the movie, and she nailed her role effortlessly. I think she actually also did good. I think everybody in this movie did good, to be quite honest. I can't find a single person or a single actor that I'll say was doing too much or doing too little, or was not, delivering as it should be. I think everybody in this movie did commendably good, and that is why I love the movie. Most of the time, I'll basically say feel however you want to feel about the movie, but this particular one, don't feel however you want to feel. Love it because it's interesting. Go and watch it. If you have not watched it, go and watch it. I promise you, take it from me. It's nice. You will enjoy it. You will like it. Go and watch it. Right? For an overall rating, to be honest, I'll give this movie a I'm torn between a 7 and an 8 over 10, because I feel like 8 over 10 is too much and 7 over 10 is too small. I don't know how to explain it. Okay, I'll just give the movie an 8 over 10. For me, it's an 8 over 10. If you have seen the movie, how would you rate it? Let me know in the comment section how you rate the movie. For me, I'll give this movie an 8 over 10, because I just feel like there is nothing wrong with this movie. I didn't see anything that I found awkward or out of place in this movie. It's basically a complete movie for me, so it's an 8 over 10. Final pick, 8 over 10. Let me know how you rate this movie in the comment section if you have seen the movie, and then if you haven't, go check it out and then come back here and let us know how you rate this movie. And with that, we have come to the end of this particular movie, this particular video, this particular movie review. Thank you so very much for watching. Thank you so very much for stopping by. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you aren't already subscribed. Click on the subscribe button to get subscribed to this channel and join the Good Life family. Turn on your post notifications to get notified when I put out new and amazing videos like this. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed watching this particular video, and probably share to anybody that you feel like would be interested in watching movie reviews. And gladly, we've come to the end of this particular video, this particular movie review. Thank you so very much for stopping by once again. And until I come again to your screen next time, I remain your girl, Mimi, Basike, and I love you all dearly. Bye.